Oops.
I didn't see my red dot. So when you're doing, starting your page out, like I do, as I do my topics, or I have my topic, and then I just break it down into my headers of what do I want to write about, what do I want this to say. So I create my different headers, and then from there, up underneath each header, I can create my block. Like I said, the school down the street, they're doing their spring fundraiser for the band. Well, around here, for some reason, they sell mattresses. Have no idea. When I grew up, we had fruit sales for band. You bought oranges and tangerines and apples and stuff like that. Or you
Right.
did candy bars, or you had car washes or yard sales or something. But around here, they sell mattresses. Have no idea why. It just, the concept boggles my mind. But they have mattress fundraisers.
Yeah,
So
that's a new one.
yeah, so they do. And people go and they order mattresses. They're in partnership with this mattress company, and they get 50% of the sale um, from that mattress to go towards whatever fund that they're doing. So I can write about that. I can write about how when I grew up, what our fundraising was about, and compared to how the fundraising is different. And then I can talk about how I'm going to raise money for my favorite charity, what my favorite charity is. Um, and then GoFundMe account, I can basically describe how the GoFundMe account works, and then compare it to our tipping circle, where you can go and create a tipping bucket that works for like the GoFundMe without all the extra expenses and all that good stuff that's still directly tied into your PayPal account. And then I can write about, specific fundraisers like for cancer awareness. And basically, if I wanted to set up a cancer awareness campaign or an AIDS campaign, I can go ahead and set up that tipping bucket and basically give them the link to go ahead and say, here, um, you know, give to my cancer or my AIDS awareness or whatever, that I'm going to contribute to. Um, Jerry Lewis used to do that. What was it? For the children. I can't think of what the muscular dystrophy, was that what he did? No.
Yep, the telethon. Hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if, since he's passed, I don't know if they still do that. I haven't seen it in years, or who took up the mantle from that, but different things that you could talk about, because the idea is for charity events. So I could actually list several different charities, and a way for people to use our tipping bucket or our tipping circle to set up those charity funds. And then, just do it that way. Or if you don't have an idea, or how you want to progress, but you just want to write, then write. Either create a block and just start writing, or if that's the case, then what you want to do is you want to maybe use classic block and just write. That way you can continue writing without having to change the block style. And you can always come back and edit it later. And then after you finish writing and getting everything on it, if you don't want to do it this way and you just want to write, you're just like, I have an idea, I don't know the progression it's going to go, so you just write. By all means, do that. Then once you get to the end of it and you have everything down, then go down to your SEO, and you're going to put your focus key phrase based on what you wrote. If you're not sure what your good key phrase is, call me, Skype me and say, hey, Sheila, this is my topic. Can you look up a good key phrase? You can go on Jaxie. If you have multiple email accounts, you get 30 free searches per email for each email account that you have. So I know some of my students, one of my students, she's got 7 emails. So there's seven different times that she could do that. Or like Paul suggested, pay for it. It's $50 a month. Pay for it for 1 month. You can cancel at any time, and just do a bunch of different searches, and save the searches that you have for later use. They're not going to change that much. You're still going to get good ranking. You can still see your good key searches. But if like I said, 30 searches is a lot, especially if you already have a narrowed down topic. You can look and see what would work best. I pay for it every month. Paul pays for it every month. And I'm going to start putting my searches out there for people to use for key phrases. And you can use those, and then you come and put your key phrase, and then based on your key phrase, because this isn't going to change, this will stay gray until you put this key phrase in here. Once you put that key phrase in here, then your SEO and your readability will come up. So after you've done all your writing, you put your key phrase in, then you start going back and look at your SEO. See what it tells you you need to do. So you click on it and you come down here and you read your analysis. And your analysis will tell you what you need to do. You look for the good. It tells you exactly what you need to do. You know, your good results are good. And then you look at your reds and you work from the least up. So the first, I always use my meta description last. So if you've already written your topic and your page is already written, then you can go ahead and put your meta description in. You can go ahead and click, do your key phrase. After you get your key phrase, go ahead and put that in. Um, and then just go from there. Your outbound and internal links should be the last thing you do in your images. Those should be the very last things you do. You should worry about your meta description, your headings, and it'll tell you your subheadings. You need to have a heading at least every 100 to 150 words. That's your SEO. That's what they're going to tell you. Um, and you need to have your key phrase depending on the length of your page. Your key phrase needs to appear in at least one heading, and it needs to be exact. You can either have it at the beginning or the end, but it needs to be in at least one heading. If you have a page that's between 300 to 500 words, then you need to have it in at least one. If it's over 600 words, you need to have it in at least two. If it's over 1,200 words, you need to have it in at least three. So it works in probably increments of 600. Um, and it'll tell you all of that down here. So follow that. So once you get that going, then you come to your readability and you follow that one. Now this right here, you want your flesh score to be at least 70 or above. So if this is ever in the orange, and you're like, well, it's still pretty good. You want this to always be in green. Because what this means is that if your page is too difficult to read, people won't read it. That means it's either too wordy, your sentences are too long. Believe it or not, you're using words that are too big that most people don't, um, affiliate with. So you want short, concise sentences that still get your point across. And just watch what this tells you. And that way you can build and reorganize your page after you get it written. And then once you get that, then putting your links in and your pictures in are fairly easy. So, that's why I said everybody writes differently. If you have an idea that you want to write about, like I said, always put your title first, then save it to draft. And then you can always come back and say, okay, you've had time to think about your title, you know what you want to write about, and then just come and just click on a block and use, if you're going to just write one big page because it's in your head, you just want to get it on paper, use a classic block. Then that way, after you have it in classic block, you can always come and copy and paste it and put it in different blocks and make it look different. Get your headers added to it. So that would be the easy part. The hard part that a lot of people have is actually getting the idea on paper. So whatever is easiest for you, that's what you work with, and then modify it just like you would any other page, and follow your SEO and your readability in your Yoast. That's how you build your page. Um, I just do it this way because, after I write my title down, I always take a couple of days to think about it. And then I just come and, like I was going to do an essay paper, I write my topics down that I want to write about. And they might change as I write. That's why it's these three little dots can be your best friend. Well, I don't want to write about that, and you just remove the block and then write about something else. So that's how you would get those ideas down. And for Google AdSense, I always tell my students 7 to 10 pages. If you've got a website and it had 98 pages, then when you get ready to apply to Google AdSense, you need to have at least 110 to 115 pages to start out with your first application. If you have less than that, don't even try it. You'll get denied. I promise you that now. If you started with me, we had 140 some pages. I took out half of mine because I didn't like the content. I wish I didn't, because now I know better. I could have changed it. But I wrote those different pages. So when I applied to Google AdSense, I had 135, I think, of them. And half of them were all mine. I think I still had wine. We didn't have coffee at that time. We only had wine. And the rest of them were either ClickBank or Brunette or CJ. So you want to create, and I think 4 or 5 of mine didn't even have links. They were just, pages that I wrote. They didn't have links in them. So you can have a page or two without a link in it. They're called community stories that Google likes to see. They're relative. People think, are looking for those topics, just like with your positive or your affirmation pages. They don't have to have a link in it. Or pages that you're talking about, maybe something that you're going through personally that you overcame, that would help someone else. You don't have to have a link in it, but people are looking for those type of stories too. Well, how did this person get over, their grief? How did this person get over, a surviving spouse? How did this person get over, they just lost their job and don't know how to, you know, get started in a new job position, or they've been with a company for 30 years and got laid off and don't know where to start. If you've been through that and you can write about it and tell somebody how to get through it, you don't have to have a link in that. But I promise you, by the time you get finished with it and you believe in what you're doing, you'll put a link in there for Blogging with Rory. You'll put a link in there for how they can get started with, internet marketing. You'll come up with these ideas that you have that you did yourself, and you'll be like, oh, I got this in here and here and here and here. So get your content down first, then worry about your links later. Like I said, it's just, if you just want to write it. I have one of my students, she's a transcriptionist and she works nights. So she sleeps most of the day, then she takes care of her child, she takes a nap, and then she goes to work and she works all night. She actually takes a piece of paper. She has a notebook. I ain't gonna say a piece of paper, but she takes a notebook with her at work. And on her break and her lunch time, she's writing in her notebook. And then when she comes home before she takes her child to work, after she takes her child to school, she comes in and she types up her pages. She has her title, and she, just like she said, just like I did in high school, she said, I already have it there. And she said, I just type it in there, you know, on my page. And she said, and that's where it stays. And granted, she has them all in draft because she's not sure how, so we're working on that. But that's how she does it. So find a way that works for you and use it. Like I said, we're all different. Everybody's website should be different, but still the same, if that makes sense. Some of the pages should be similar, but it should all be written in your own words, so that when people come to your site, they don't see Paul or you trying to mimic Paul, or they don't see Rory and you trying to mimic Rory. They don't see you trying to mimic Kathleen or Miss Tony, or even me. They see you and they get to know you because they can relate to your writing and your writing style. So that's how we want your pages to go. Um, that's also when Google comes to see it, they might see similar things, but it's still different to them because the approach is different and your website's different. So that's why the background is different. That's why your title should be different. Like mine's Shot with Mama Chief. Everybody sees that. They relate to that. So your title of your website should reflect how you want people to perceive your website. You want it to be rememberable. You want it to be different. It doesn't always have to be the same. You can't change your URL because that is your business URL. So don't try to change this. That's what you're registered with the Better Business with Google. This you can change because that's what people remember. They don't remember the 5E95, but they'll remember Shot with Mama Chief, and they can search me for Shot with Mama Chief, so just whatever you decide, make your website unique, but still have the relevant content that everybody is still looking for. Just make it yours, um, and write the way you feel. Um, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have every I dotted and every T crossed. You don't have to have every comma in place. You don't have to have capitalization perfect. Um, Imperfection sometimes can be your best friend. I found that out when I did like I said, most people that know my story, I did my website twice from beginning to the end. One time I did it, I was still working in corporate and my page reflected it. My mom couldn't get past the first blog page. She said it was boring and dull and she didn't know what I had got myself into. Um, And I cried. I cried for about, 2 or 3 days. And then I got to think, well, what did I get myself into? And I went back and reread it with fresh eyes. And I was like, yeah, I sound like I'm standing in front of the board, trying to do a presentation or something instead of relating to the masses. So I had to discover me again, what Sheila was like, and find out who I was outside of the boardroom, outside of corporate America, that was relatable to everybody. So sometimes you might have to find yourself to see who you really are and then write that way. And I promise you, it will reflect in your pages. You all know who you are. You all know what you like and what you don't like. Put that down on paper. If you know it's something that you think somebody else can relate to, they probably can, and you might be the only voice that can get it across to them. So use your website sort of as your soapboxes, so to speak, to get your message out. And if you can monetize it with some of your affiliates, then that's what you do. So that's how you get your pages unique and your website unique, is make it your own. And if you come across the page you don't like, don't delete it, just draft it. And then maybe later on, as you grow in your business and get more comfortable writing your pages, you can come back to it and see how you can change it to make it more along with the lines that you want it to go with your website. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Sounds good.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
You're welcome. All right. So now what we're going to do is I want to find the page I did for my tipping circle. And if you don't know how to read your website, one of my students, I hope she doesn't mind, I'm using her an example. You have this up here. It's called Page and Post. And your post goes on your home page only. You can't index it. You can't put it in a page. You can't put it in a category. It goes on your home page to be categorized consecutively. Okay, there's no indexing on your home page. It goes consecutively based on how you've written it. Now, if you've come across and it's like, I wrote a page and I can't find it, where is it at? More than likely, you've hit post instead of page. And the way you can determine that is if you look up here, you have tabs along here. So whenever you open up a new page, if I come to new page, look at your tab at the top. It will tell you add new page. So if you ever look at your tab and it says add new post, that means you're in the wrong category unless you want it to show up on your home page. All you have to do from there is just go back out and hit pages and just hit a new page and it will go to page. Or if you want to hit new post, go and hit post. It will change the page to a post. But if you've already written it and it's in a post, the only way to get it into a page is you're going to have to copy the whole page and open up a new page. Make sure you go to pages and go to add new and copy that content into it. That's the only way you can remove a post and put it into a page. You can't physically drop and drag it to pages from posts. It's impossible. That's not the way our programming is written. Same thing with the page. If you've written a page and you wanted it to be a post, you have to do the opposite. You have to copy the page, open up a post page, and post it in there. And that way you can move it. Yes.
Does that actually eliminate it from your home page? Or
no, then you have to actually go in and either put it in draft and then delete it or put it in trash for it to remove it. It will still be on there unless you actually put it in draft first, then it takes it off. And then if you want it to remove it altogether, hit trash. By copying it and pasting it, that does not remove it. It's still there unless you physically remove it from wherever you copied it from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sheila.
Yes.
So when you have, say for instance, you have your home page and you have your, say you put like 3 posts on your home page.
Uh-huh.
and you decide, okay, I don't want those posts on my homepage. I want to swap them out with another post. Is there a way to do that?
No, you have to physically create a post. So what you can do is how, everybody goes to pages and goes to all pages, right? You can do the same thing with your post. So you can come up here to where it says post and go to all post, and it will show you all the posts that you have on your page. Now, the only thing you can do is say, like, you have several different ones that you want to bring back and forth. You cannot, like I said, on your homepage on a post, they show up in chronological or reverse chronological order unless you have a sticky, which means it's always going to be first. But anytime you create a post, the last thing you create will always be first, or it will come up underneath your sticky. You can't remove it other than draft it. You can
Okay,
change the
that's what I.
yeah, you can
That's
change
what I.
you can change the position of it by changing your date, your published date. If you want it to drop to the bottom, just make the published date, you know, late, earlier than the last one. But you can't remove it, because if you remove it, you're basically taking it off your website if it's on a post. Now, if it's a page, that's different. You can just take it off your category without removing it off your pages. It's still searchable. On a post, you can't do that. You
So like
either,
on a post, if you put it in back into draft, doesn't it take it off your homepage?
yes, yes, that's why I
Oh,
said in post, you cannot take it and put it in draft. You actually lose all your SEO traffic to it.
okay.
Yeah. So anything that you've put in post, it stays there. If you physically remove it, the only way you can remove it is by drafting it. And then if you've advertised that page and you draft it, they can't find it. And that puts up a red flag on Google. So just remember that if you put stuff on your post page, that it has to stay there. If you do something for a holiday and you put it on your post page, you can't draft it when the holiday's over. If you don't want it to be seen first, then you have to physically go in and manually change this published date so it shows up at the bottom. And then as the holiday comes back up and you want to refresh it, then you go in and refresh it and change the date that you refreshed it to so it stays at the top. So that's why we want to do things that are seasonal like that. You probably want to do them in a page. That way you can remove them on and off your category as the seasons come up, but the pages are still valid. They're still searchable. They're just not readily accessible.
So is that just with pages, or is that your homepage as well?
No, just with pages. Home pages on your home page are your posts. Those you cannot change. I mean, you can change them, but if you have it, like if I come up here, these are all my home pages, okay? They're all on my home page. If I decide to come here and say I want to put this one in draft, I've lost all that SEO traffic because there's nowhere else I can put this
Okay.
unless I copy it and put it in a page.
And how do you know if it's on your homepage?
If you come here on post, anything under post is on your homepage.
Oh, I see. Okay. I
Yep.
got you.
Yep. So if you look right up under your dashboard, you have this little pen icon. That's your post. All of that is on your homepage. So if you come here and you got 7 different category or 7 different pages, all of those pages are on your, and they're published. All of those pages are on your homepage, and they're in consecutive order.
So while those posts are on your homepage, can you still edit them?
Yes. You can either edit them from here, or if you are in your actual website and you go to home, at the end of each section, there's an edit. It's not at the top, it's at the bottom. So at the bottom of each post, right here is your edit button. And then here's my next post. And it'll be separated by this little very faint line, but there's my next post. And if I come to the bottom of this one, there's my edit for that one. And it will pull up just that one post. Same thing with this one. If I come down to here and say I want to edit this, then when it goes to edit, it pulls up just that one post. It doesn't pull up every one of them.
Like if you've already advertised this, that doesn't matter on a homepage?
Yeah, if you've already advertised it and you put it in draft, you just lost that whole advertising.
Okay. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So that's why I say if you use things on post, make sure it's something that you're not going to be switching out back and forth a lot. It's something that's going to stay and it's going to be permanent. You might modify it and edit it a little bit, but you're not going to move it. It's sort of like your storefront. You know, you don't want to come in and change your storefront because some people's going to think, oh, did they go out of business? Did this change? You know, blah. So your homepage is basically like your storefront. If you go to Walmart for a month or a year and then all of a sudden you come back and their name's changed to, you know, Walltown or something, you're going to be like, this used to be Walmart. What happened? So
Right.
your
Okay.
homepage is basically your storefront. So when people
Okay.
come to your homepage, they should see the same thing so that they know they're in the right place. That doesn't mean your content can't be modified or edited or updated, but you don't want to keep changing that over and over because then when people come to it, they're going to be thinking, am I at the right place? Did I come to the right place? So you kind of want to make sure, that's why you want to make sure you have that one sticky. Most of us have it as our thank you and our welcome page that always stays on the top. So when they come to our homepage, they see that every time. What's under the bottom can be varied. You can change that back and forth, move them up and down, add a new one here and there, but don't take the stuff off that you put on your homepage because you lose it. The only way to take it off is literally remove it from your website, and you don't ever want to do that.
Okay. So, and then one other thing is when you're editing or modifying a page, is it important to go over and change your publish date?
Yes, if it's not your original date. So like this one, I started in March. So this is all mine. So if I modify this, if you haven't applied for Google AdSense and your dates are really old, then change it to your most current date. Because if I hadn't already had Google AdSense and I went and applied for this, they're going to look at this and say, this website's 2.5 years old. Is it refreshed? Is it a copy? Even though my date is March, 2018 or 17, I can't remember when I got in. Um, it's still my website, but they're going to think that the material is outdated. So if you come in and you look at your published date and it's kind of old, if it's more than a year old, change the date to your most recent modification date.
Okay.
The other thing is that if you just recently started and you modified a page and you didn't change this date and it's prior to when you got your website, Google will automatically red flag you because they're going to say your website went into service 2020, but you got pages in there from 2016. You're a copy. And they won't even look at the rest of your site. They will black flag it, and then it'll be harder for you to get in there. So you want to make sure, and don't go in if you haven't done that. The other thing is they go in and they see dates all the same day. Everybody goes in and changes all in the same day, or there's 10 pages with the same date. They know people's not going to sit down and write 10 pages in one day. You might do 10 pages in a week, or 2 pages in a day or 3 pages in a day, but you're not going to do 10 pages in one day.
Right.
So they will flag you for that. So if you haven't done that, and change those dates and say you got in the last year and you go back and look at your pages, and your dates are prior to when you actually started modifying your pages, just go back in and guesstimate when you've done those pages, and put that time in there. But you want to make sure that these dates correlate with when you actually got your website. And then going forward, whenever you modify and edit a page, go in and change the date to the
Okay.
day that you've done it. That way, when you go to apply for Google AdSense, they see everything is current. And then that way, it doesn't raise a flag. And it also helps you so that when you go and you're going through your post and you're going through your pages, you can actually see where if you're like, well, did I touch that page? Look at your date. Does your date reflect? Okay, you can say, well, that one's a 2015. I didn't have it 2015, then more than likely you might not have touched that page. So you can go in and look at it and say, oh yeah, I did modify it, but you didn't change your date. So then you know to change your date. So it also helps you when you go through to see what you touched and what you didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Because when I went into this section right here, I I noticed that a lot of these pages are from before I even started in 2018.
Yep. So you definitely want to go through and look and see if you modified it already. Then just like I said, guesstimate of when you might have went in there and done it. And if it's been a year since you've done it, then just go back in and revamp it, go read through it, because I promise you, your thought process has changed in a year. So something that you wrote last year, you might not feel the same way this year, or you might, based on your growth on your writing ability and your knowledge, you might like to put something a little bit different. And then when you get finished, go back and change it to the date that you've actually finished it this time.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Anybody else? Does that clear up some things about how to make sure everything is up to date and getting your pages and getting new pages done? Yes. Okay. So the next thing, okay, we're going to go over how to do templates. Miss Charlene, we're going to try to get together this week. I should be feeling better. So I'll go over through this with you in training. Just make sure you're on Skype, okay? All right. So templates, as you know, I have my web page that I want to do. Let me do my free TV because I can't remember what my title was or the one I want to. Here we go, best alternative TV. So I'm just going to click on this one because this is the one I want to advertise for. And I always like to keep the page up that I want to do. Now, those of you that have your Triple R training, this is where you're going to find it. As soon as right here. So if you haven't started advertising and don't know where to go, when you come to your Triple R training, your triplr247.com Triple R, this is where you want to go, is your free traffic sites. If you click on that link, it pulls up the free ad sites that you want to register for. Okay? And you want to read the descriptions of them. The classifieds for free is there. It's just a little wonky right now. Don't let it be your only one. Read this one, like this one's the ACJ for classified. It's for Atlanta only. Some of these are not there anymore. The US AdNet, it's a great one. It has all these other companies that you can advertise with. You have Canada, Australia, free online, India, UK. So it has all of these ad sites under this umbrella of US Net Ads that you can register for and advertise with. So there's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 right there. You have Recycler, you know, different ones. Same thing with Ocala for sale. Please read these instructions on there on how you should post. Make sure it's something and you verbalize it for sale. This is only for Ocala, Florida. So just read the different things that's in there and register for the ones that you can, the global free ads, that's a good one. eBay, those of you that have eBay accounts, they actually have a place where you can go and advertise on eBay. And then each one of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of these are different ad sites. Some of them have changed over time that you might have to pay for them here or there. Most of them are still free. Some of them are not valid. So just go through and register for them. You should have at least 7 to 10 different places that you advertise with. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. A lot of people put all their ads in classifieds for free. It went down for about 6 weeks. You know, 30 days is the limit. After 30 days, they drop your ads if you don't renew them. So a lot of people lost, you know, thousands of ads in there. So you don't want to put them all in one place. So spread your ads out. You know, that don't mean, okay, I'm gonna put 10 ads here, 10 ads here. Use a different one every day. You should all be posting ads every day. That don't mean you go to 10 different ad sites every day and post 10 ads. Work on one a day. And then that way, every day you have somewhere different to go and advertise. So when you go there, you're going to go to your ad sites. I actually have mine marked. And we're going to go to this one. I was in this one yesterday. And I actually had to email them because I put 20 ads in here, but only 5 showed up. So I emailed them because it said that all my ads were posted. And come to find out, because the ads were similar in wording and the cities were close together that I was advertising to, they didn't post them because they told me that because the ads were similar, even though it had different titles, the wording was similar, and they said because the cities were in the same vicinity that they would release the ad to, they didn't post it. So I learned something because I kept trying to figure out why it only told me I had this many ads when I got emails that I should have almost 4 times that many ads on this site. And that's why. Um,
See, now
so
I got to learn something by asking you why you would advertise in individual cities, especially in close proximity like that. What's your
the reasoning,
strategy there?
okay, the reasoning behind that is because not like this is classified ads, and each individual city still has their own affiliates that they pick up for advertising. So even though they say they might advertise in that general vicinity, the people that pick up this may not be there, or the broadcasting or the way that the ad gets set out may not go to that city specifically. They might be able to find it, if they're searching specifically for that. But I want to make sure that each city that I can reach, I reach, because their marketing ploy might be different in each individual city. So if I know if I personally market to that city, it's going to be in that city. I don't want to just trust that they're going to give it to that city because it's in their umbrella to market in that city. So if I market specifically to that city, I know my ad's going there. But with this company, they're saying no, they're not going to do that if the ad's too similar. So that's why I don't know what the general vicinity is or how broad their mileage range is, but I know now that if I'm marketing to Los Angeles, then I can't market to Hollywood or to San Francisco or San Diego with an ad that's similar. It has to be a totally different ad for it to go there, because they're saying that they will make sure it gets there. So I have to trust them to do that. but
And-
but they did
okay.
say that because I sent it to Los Angeles, I have a 48-hour period. So after 48 hours, I can come back in and put my other ad and send it to San Francisco or San Diego, and it will be okay. They're just saying because they were so similar and they were within a 48-hour period, they didn't release the other ones. So, but that doesn't say that now that I know that, since I already have my template, I can go back and reissue that one and put it in San Diego. And then 2 days later, I can do the other one in San Francisco. And then 2 days later, I can come back and do another one in Anaheim, you know. So I can do it that way now that I know. And I will get my ads back up there, even though they say they're published, because they have their bots. Same thing.
You know how brief the Lecanto format is. Probably one of the quickest ads that you can place, in my opinion. But they asked for a city.
Yeah, like this one, that's why I'm gonna go through this one. So this one, I'm gonna go here and hit post an ad. Now, this one, I actually went into community. And the reason I went into community is because of the way I worded my free TV site. So I went into community. I'm actually going to take this off, and I put it in free stuff. But in community, you can actually put this in announcements because it is an announcement. And then the zip code. So this one, I want it to go, let's go to Dallas. I'm just going to type in the word Dallas, and it's going to say Dallas and Fort Worth, or I can just do Dallas, Texas, or anywhere that has Dallas, it pulled up for me. Okay. But I wanted to do Dallas and Fort Worth. So it's going to encompass all the outlining and suburban cities between Dallas and Fort Worth. So I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to pull up my template that I've created. And as you know, I have all my templates, the date, and I just add to it as I come to it. So when you do your templates, you're going to make your headline, and your headline's going to be, you want 5 or 6 different headlines. based on what your ad is. And you've already done your page, so you know what your page is. So mine's free TV. So I just have mine labeled under Helium. And then I have the best alternative TV, and I created this other one, watch free TV, streaming TV with internet. So I have two different links that I can use. And then I've got these different templates that I wrote. And all it is, is just whatever, a summary of my page. And I'm just going to write a new one right here.
Sheila, I have a question about this TV thing.
Uh-huh.
Now, I'm really confused on the cable word because I think in Rory's thing it says get rid of cable and dish and get this just through your internet. So is there cable involved or not?
No, it's all internet. Because I'm a team lead, I got my link the other day, well, actually last weekend,
Mhm.
and I've got it on my phone, I got it on my computer, and I'm trying to get it on my TV. I don't know if my Alexa's getting involved with it, so I got to play with it to get it on TV. And it's just an app. It's a link. You download the link through your web browser on your TV or your web browser on your computer, and boom, it's there.
Right.
It's just
So
you
you
don't
don't need cable.
no, don't need cable at all. You don't need a cable box, nothing. Don't
In,
need it. All you
in
need is the
your
internet.
in your ads and in Paul's ads, I mean, like your first line here says the time is almost here to get free cable.
I should say free internet.
That's why I'm just confused because Paul uses the word cable a lot too, and I'm thinking, well, you don't
Well,
supposedly don't need cable or a dish.
well, everybody still calls it cable, even though it's not. It's still internet TV, but there's a lot of people that still have the cable box, and there's an actual cable that comes from the telephone line in through the cable router and actually goes through the box. Um, I know there's a guy that I know, he doesn't have a smart TV. He still has the actual physical cable that comes from his telephone. He still has a house phone. Um, so it just depends. Like rural places, like those of you on internet, Julia, she stays, is it Mississippi, Missouri, rural, very rural. She has cable. They don't have internet, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is hard for her to get. So there are places that still do cable. So that's why we still say cable, because even though it's internet ready and internet friendly and it's all on the app, people still refer to it as cable. It's just a mental thing, but it
Okay,
is in internet.
confusing.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I think Rory's first line is get rid of your cable and dish.
yeah.
But okay. Okay, so you're a team lead. You didn't buy the city.
Not yet. Roy don't want us to buy the well, I got my city. Yeah. I didn't buy the big package. Roy said that he's gonna work us up to that. So you don't have to buy a city if you're in Triple R. That's gonna be your reward for working up to that. So yeah, you
So
don't need to do this.
you can't be a city developer yet.
Um, Roy prefers you not to be, because Roy and Peter have basically bought up the developers, a lot of them, the major cities.
Yeah, they own all 50 of them.
Yeah, so that's what they're going to be gifting to the team leads as they build.
Oh, so you have to be a team lead first.
Yeah, and you can work up to that too. That's what they're working on, is making sure everything is panned out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you're fine. Give me time to, because I'm actually putting that in there, depending on cable, boxes, and cords. Okay. So basically there's my template, and I already have my 2 links that I can use. I can use the Best Alternative TV or Watch Streaming TV with the internet, free streaming TV. And then I can actually come down here and put in a new. All right, so that's going to be my new headline. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go back to here. Here's my title. I'm going to put my title in. And right now, this one you have to put in a price. And right now it's free, because they can sign up for free. They can get the basic free cable. Now with this one, you can't copy and paste. It doesn't allow you to paste. So it tells you have to do something. So we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. You're going to copy here. And then you're going to come here and you're going to hit Control V to paste. And I'm going to do the same thing with my title. And I'm going to get this one right here and do the same thing. And I'm going to paste, Control V again, paste my link in there, and period. So there is my, and this one you can actually link it. So I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to click my link, and I'm going to type my URL in there. Now I have to go back and take out my HTTP because they already have that in there. If you don't, it will be a bad link. So there's that. And I'm going to hit OK. So if I want to make sure this works, I'm going to copy this and put it in my browser. And see if it works. It should take me to my page. Yes, it does. So that's how I know it works. And then this one, I'm going to put my name, Mama Chief, put my phone number. Do not do, if you do your automatic, it changes your city that you're advertising for. So you want to make sure that you don't do your automatic fill-in, okay? Because then it changes your city to wherever you live, and you don't want to do that. You already have that set out. Do not change your expiration month, because that's your free month. That's your free time frame. Anything other than that, you have to pay for with this program. You put in your time or your signature or your security. And then if it's not right, it will tell you it's not right and you have to redo it. And then this one you can do up to 5 images. So if you are in the memes program, you can use your memes. As y'all know, I'm in Canva. I do my own. I create Canva. So I have my free TV one. As soon as I find it. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. So I'm going to go to my free TV one that I did right there. And then because I want some free advertising, I will get some more of my different logos that I have, and I can put them in there. You know, I can put in my business logo so they can actually come to my basic website. I can put in maybe my Bitcoin logo. that has a link to my Bitcoin page. I can put in my Sephora since travel season's getting ready to come. So let's find my Sephora, but I'm gonna use Bugs Bunny this time. And then of course, because I do wine, I want to do wine. And you can do Valentis, you can, whatever you want to put in here. So I'm gonna find my wine. Put that one in there. And then I'm going to post this ad. Now, the good thing about this ad is about 2 weeks before it gets ready to expire, you'll get an email that says your ad's getting ready to expire. So then it shows you how your ad's going to look. These pictures will cycle out with your ad, or depending on what program they're using, all 5 of them might show up. Most likely that's the way it's going to be, is all 5 of them will show up. You can actually respond to this ad. You can put in another message just like you would with Facebook, with your name and email, and say, hey, if you're interested in finding more ways to work internet, give me a call or email me or whatever, and send the message that will be attached with your description. So works sort of like Facebook. And then if you want to see your ads, you just go to your stuff and it will show you how many times your ad's been seen since you published it. This one here I put in last night, the convenience of online dating. It's been seen 4 times since I did it last night. Improve your relationship. It's been seen 5 times last night. So that's the good thing about this one. It shows you how many times it's been viewed. My Canada pages are still getting views, and we're not in Canada yet. I've actually, need to go in and change some of this one. This one's getting views in California like crazy, still going up. Pets is still going up. I got this one in Boston. It's still going up. Weight loss in California, it's still going up. So I have some that are actually getting pretty good hits. I got some that's kind of floundering. So those I'll go in and I might switch them out or just keep adding to them. But it will tell you, if you need to go in it, you can actually hit edit and go in and edit your ad if you want to, put in a different ad, put in a different link. So this one's a very user friendly. The only thing is when you go to post, you have to specify. Now, if I want to go here and do a for sale item, I can choose my category. And let's do this one on, do they have, well, we can do this one in miscellaneous. Okay. And then this one, I want to do location. Let's do, if we got something in England. All right, so it's telling me United Kingdom, or do I want to go England and Arkansas, or SD is South Dakota, I'm assuming. So let's go to the United Kingdom. So I'm going to go and pull up my templates and see what I have for travel. I know I have something that I did for travel. So I'm going to do this one. Copy. I'm going to put this in first. Then I'm going to come back here and grab one of my headlines. And we're going to do this one. Now let's do this one. And come back here, put my title in. Asking price, I put various. And it lets me get away with it. Didn't question it. And then I'm going to grab this link. All right. And again, Put my name. I want to go to United Kingdom. And I'm going to choose my pictures. And I'm going to go ahead and, since this is going to be travel, I'm going to do both my travel pictures because they each have a different link that they're going to. And I'm also going to put Bitcoins really big in the UK right now. So I'm going to make sure I got my Bitcoin in there because you can do 5. So if it allows you to do 5, put as many in there as you can, especially if you have links on them or if you have your memes program, use them. I'm going to put that one just for general so they can come. And then I'm going to grab one more. I'm going to do my Valentis. Okay. And then I'm going to post this ad.
Didn't you have to take the HTTP whatever off? Or did you?
No, not on this one. This one was already linked. The other one, I didn't have it linked. So this one is
Oh,
was linked when I put it in there. So
Sorry.
there's that one. So now we're going to go to a different site. So I posted two on that site. So now I'm going to go to my business for free. This is the one that everybody loves because it's very user friendly. And you can post to multiple cities with just one link. It doesn't kick you off. So this is the business for free, businessforfree.net. And if you go to classifieds for free, it actually has it listed up there where you can go in and log in. You want to register with this information. So make sure you use your business email and everything so that you can get it. So I'm going to go to my ads that I have on this one. And I'm just going to renew all my ads. I do it every day, every time I come in here on Saturdays, which is when I usually have my busiest day. So it renewed all those ads. And then I'm going to come here and post an ad. And because this is in the business section, it actually goes to a different type of clientele. So hold on a minute. My kids are at the door. All right, I'm back. The kids are back early. So can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right, so so now I'm on here, and the good thing about when you come to the business section, you do have an extended different categories. So you can come here and choose your category, and you want your category to correlate with what your program is or what you're advertising for. So so what we're going to do is, first of all, you want to see what you're advertising. And since we are going to be advertising again, our free TV. So I'm going to do this one again. All right. And I'm going to come back here and I'm going to choose a city. It always defaults to the United States. So when you're doing these, you always want to do United States, and then you come back and do your individual states, and you can do the same thing over and over and over. Then you can come back and do your individual cities. You can come back again and then do individual cities within that state. Once it gets released to the different countries, then you can do the same thing, come back and actually come here and do the different countries that it'll be available in, and then do each city or province in that country. So this one's very user friendly with just the one posting. So then This works great for your blogging pages. You know, if you want to do your blogging for cash, since it is affiliate marketing, you can actually advertise your wine as an affiliate. You can actually do your coffee as an affiliate. Um, anything that you have that works in a binary, you can do affiliate marketing. Anything like your Response Magic is a great one you can do on here for your generating leads for companies. So you can do several different things from here. So this one, I'm actually going to go into, where do I want to put this? Let's do this one in entertainment. And this one, you can do it in entertainment. You can do it in free stuff. You can do it in general merchandising. You can also do it in internet, where it has the internet stuff. You can do it in miscellaneous. Network marketing, you can do it in there because you can actually network it. So you can do it in retail because you can do retail with this if they decide to upgrade. So there's different options that you can put it in. I'm actually going to put it in, what did I say, entertainment. Again, I always put my Google Voice number if they want to send me an email. Wrong place. Make sure I put it in the right place. And that's all I put. I don't put my name. I don't put my email. I just put that in there. I don't put a price. You don't have to put a price in here. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come here and get my link, or I'm going to do the last one I just did. And I always read it to make sure that I didn't leave anything out. All right, so there's that. And then you can do one or two. You can actually put your link here if you want to. It doesn't really matter. Either or is great. And then I'm going to get this link again, the whole link. And I am going to put it here. And I'm going to tell them to visit. And I'll put my link here. And then I'm also put it here. And then select your picture. So you should have your images that you want to put there. If you don't have it, you're going to go to the bottom and you're going to click choose a file. And again, it's going to pull up the last file you were in. Since I was in my Dropbox and my logos, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to find my picture, which I should already have in there. I don't know why it's not pulling up. Yeah, it's there. So I put it in there again. Oh, well. So I'm not going to upload that picture. I'm going to put it up there. So then that picture is going to show up. It's going to be the last one, but I see where I already have it. So I'm just going to click that. And this one you can do up to 3 pictures. So again, I'm just going to choose 3 pictures that I want to market with the free TV. So, and since it is free, so I'm going to put my free TV, I'm going to put my free Bitcoin, and I'm probably going to put my Sephora. Now, if I wanted to, I could put one of my wines if I wanted to, which I might. But since I'm doing free, let's do Sephora. So they can register for Sephora for free. And then I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to hit post. And then it's going to show me what my site's going to look like, or what my ad looks like. It's telling me there's my link. It's telling me the date that I put it and where I put it in the category. So then I'm going to look at it, see my pictures, make sure everything's the way I want it. So there's my link, okay. And then down here it says, do you want to post another ad? Click here to go back. So it takes you back to your ad. So here you can do several different things. You can actually start with the different states and just hit post if you don't want to change anything. And you're going to go back and do it again and change a different state and just go in order. And then if you want to, you're like, okay, well, maybe I want to change something. Okay, I just went to there, so let's go. We're not going to do American Samoa because we're only doing the United States now. Going to Arizona, and say you want to change your category. You can come here and say, all right, now we're going to go to miscellaneous or general merchandise, and still not change anything and hit post. So now you're just posting it in a different category. You didn't have to change anything. And it's going to go to a whole different category, a whole different genre of people. And then you just keep going. You can do the same thing again. Say, you want to come and put them all in uh, entertainment. Then you come back the next day and do a different ad and put it in all in miscellaneous, or put it all in general merchandise, or put it all in, wherever, and do the same thing over and over. That's the good thing about this one, is that it's very user friendly. And then say you want to pick a state one day. He's like, okay, I got this ad. I just want to put it, I'm going to work in the state of California today. So then you do the same thing. You just pick a state, and I don't want to do California, it's too big. So we're going to do Alabama, and we're going to go from Alabama and just hit Birmingham and click paste. And then I'm going to see that, and it's going to be in Birmingham, and you're going to do the same thing. Go back, we're doing Alabama, we just did Birmingham, and go to Florence and just hit post and update. So this is how you do it. And then say tomorrow I come in here and I want to do a different one. So then tomorrow I will come in, I will go to my ad sites, and I'll go to US Net ads. And this one is a little bit more complicated because you have to pay attention. So this one, it has a limit to the size of your picture. So you have to make sure that you get that limit in there. So I'm going to do the same thing. Is I'm going to copy. I'm going to put my description, my title. I'm going to go back and get my description. And I'm going to use this one. Okay. This one says choose a file. Now, if y'all notice, I actually have some of my files that I have changed and made smaller to fit this. So this one tells me that it has to be a minimum limit size is 500 KB, width and pixels can only be 800. So I know right now that my picture that I want to use is too big. I know that already. So what I'm going to do is come to my search, and I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to type in Paint, my Paint editor. And I'm going to go to Paint, and most of you that have Windows will have this file. And then I'm going to come here, and I'm going to grab my file folder, and I'm going to pull up my logos, and I'm just going to drag that image I want over here. And there it is. Now, you have this little thing here that says resize. So I'm going to click resize, and I'm going to click pixels. So it's already telling me it's 800, it's 1080. I need it to be 800. So I'm going to type in 800 and hit OK. So now it's sized it to the size I need because I said pixels. And then I'm going to save as a PNG. And I'm going to name it Cable TV Resize and hit save. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I didn't put transparency on that. So now when I go here and I'm going to choose my file, and I'm going to look for that image that I just named. I named it Free Cable TV Resize, so I know where it's at. Somewhere. Did I save it in the wrong place? I bet I did. Let's find it. That's the wrong one. It's going to tell me that one's too big. That's not the right one. So good thing I didn't. Let's see where I saved it to. Save as. All right, I saved it in blogging pictures logo. All right, so now I know where I got to go find it. Dropbox, blogging pictures, under logos. And we're going to find that. There it is. Okay, so it's
What?
put it in there.
No.
And then I'm going to, please mute yourself. Thank you.
Sure, hold on a second.
And then I'm going to grab my link.
I'm gonna watch this part again anyhow.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. There we go. I think that's it. All right. So then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to put my link in here. Okay. And then select a category. You have to select a category. And this one also has business opportunities, but I'm actually going to put this in communities again. And I'm going to put it under other community ads. And this one's going to ask me to target a city, or you can just leave it blank and it will put it in all USA, all the United States. This one you have to give your owner name. So I'll wait. You can put the title of your website or whatever you want to put, but you have to put something in there. Again, I put my phone number. And then my password is always the same. I don't change it. And then you have to put this validation code. Okay. And then I hit submit. And if anything's wrong, it'll tell me. And it tells you no duplicating. This one is very persistent about you cannot duplicate your ad. It will kick it out. So you don't want to do that. You can't duplicate your ad. So this one you have to put different ads in. Your wording has to be different. Your titles have to be different. Or it won't publish it. And then I'm gonna hit submit. Now, the one thing you have to remember about this one is you have to get this ID code. This one is good for a year, but if you don't have this ID code, you can't go in and edit it. So I actually have a folder that I put these in so that I know what I'm doing. So I go to my templates and I pull up my ad spreadsheet. And I will put my ad number in here. And I will put in free TV. In my category. Okay. And I don't need to, I used to put password and then I will put the date that I did it. And that way I can come and check and see which ones are getting ready to expire because you have a year, and go back in and redo it because they will not send you an email when they're getting ready to expire. All right. So that one's done in there. And then if you want to see how it's going to look, you just click on it and it shows you what your ad looks like. And it tells you, click here to view the owner's website. So if they click here, it should take them to my website. So there's my website.
I like that.
So that's how, yeah. And that's the good thing about the US net ads. Once you get here, you can go to post ads and you can post another ad. It actually has several different ones. So if you just go to US net ads, then you can go and see where you have all of these different places where you can post ads. All of these are free. You just have to register for them. So once we get our Australian wine back, you can go and post your wine on Australia, but you can actually come here and post your Valentis. Same thing with Canada. You can post your Valentis to all of these places. You have the US job postings. You can go in there and post under miscellaneous for your brunette marketing, for your blogging with Rory. You can go in there and post on your webs, for your affiliate marketing for wine. You can post your affiliate marketing for your Valentis. You can go in there and, post different things for the US jobs. You just have to make sure you're in the right category and make sure that you have a very good template that you're putting in there for your ad. Same thing with the UK. You see they missed an R here. So, everybody shows you everybody's not perfect. They missed that one. Same thing with USA Classifieds. You can go there and do the same thing. Just find the category that matches to what you're posting. Follow the rules that they have posted there on how you can post there. And you shouldn't have any problems whatsoever posting any of your blog pages on there. And just follow them. But like I said, here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places, counting US free, US net ads, 8 places that you can post. And right here it says click here to post ads now. So you can go there and they're going to look the same, but it goes to a different place. And you can do the same thing. Just make sure that you follow the format here for, it tells you what size you can be. So if your picture's too big, when you get to the end, it'll tell you your picture's too big. And you have to go back in and redo your picture. And like I said, just about everybody here should have a Windows program. If you just go to your search and type in Paint, it will tell you if you have it. And then you just go in there, drag your picture over, hit your resize, click on pixels and put 800 by 800, and it will resize your pixels, save it as into a different folder, and then just bring it back over and post your ad. Just make sure that you remember that ID that they assign you, because that is the only way you can get back into your ad on this one. And then do the same thing, if you're going to place 10 ads in classifieds for free, and then another day you're going to put 10 ads in classified ads, and then another day you can come in, you got US net ads, you can put 10 or 20 ads in there. And then, just all the different places that you have to advertise, and then you just keep going. When I come to this one, I actually, will come back and hit here, and then I'll just do US job posting, do my 10 ads there, do my Canada, do my UK, and I'll just stay on this site for an hour or two and post as many as I can to all these different places for whichever ones that I know can go there. Like your Sephora can go anywhere. Your Bitcoin can go anywhere. Your coffee can go anywhere. Your what's the other one that we have for travel? Shoot, right on the tip of my tongue.
Excel?
Excel Trip. Yep. There. Hey, yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. I hadn't lost my voice yet today. So Excel Trip. So you can post Excel Trip to all of these places with your pages. So, you could spend all day just in this one site with all these 8 different categories that you can advertise for. And as you can see, once you go in here, you will have other options that you can advertise for. So
Sheila,
yes.
what's the difference between US net ads and USA classifieds?
It's a whole different company.
But they all go to the United States, right? I mean,
Yep. It's a whole different, this is the umbrella company, and these are the different sites that they are in conjunction with. So even though that they're in the same company, their markets are different. So, they hit different markets, just like some of them might hit different cities. Some might hit the big cities, some might hit the small cities, some might hit suburbs. So, and they all have different venues that they market from. So that's why it's good to, even though you post in the United States, you still need to go to each state and each city, because you don't know what venue that particular marketing company is using to put your ad in. So just because, just like I said with the classified ads, they sent me an email saying that they go to the outlining cities. That's why they didn't post my other ads, because they were so similar, that they go to the outlining cities. I have to trust their word on that, but they also said I could come back in 48 hours and post to that outlining city with that same ad or with a different ad or the similar ad, and it would be okay. I just couldn't post it within the same 48 hours because they were so close. They were so similar in their message. So
Can you post the same ad in US Net
no,
as you
no.
do in classifieds?
Yes, I haven't run into that situation, but just because I do the US Net ads, I don't do them on the same day. So if I come here, it's usually something different. Like if I do Canada, I would do Sephora. That's why I always have my templates up, and I always try to have at least 2 different descriptions, sometimes 3. So when I'm on an umbrella site like that, I will use each one. So if I'm in Canada, I won't use the same ads that I used in the US that I used in Canada. I won't use the same ones in UK because they are in the umbrella and they use the same box. So they might kick me out.
Okay.
Yeah. But like if I went to the classifieds, same thing. Because I know now what I know, because that's why I kept saying I'd come here and see like 25 or 30 ads. And I was like, well, I know I just placed 30 ads, so how can it only be gone up 2, you know? And that's why, because I emailed them yesterday and that's what they sent back. I mean, they responded almost immediately to my request. So now that I know, I didn't know, but now that I know how to go in and fix this now so that all of my ads show up and get out there. And the other thing is if you are associated with any of these, like the Facebook, email, Twitter, you can actually click on these and it will post this ad to these different ones that you are associated with, or give a link that you can send out. So if I wanted this to go to my Twitter page, I just click on Twitter and there's my title. It tells them to go to classifieds. There's my link that they created, and I just hit tweet. And there's my tweet. It puts it out on my Twitter just from this one thing. Same thing with my Facebook. If I wanted to go Facebook, I want to tweet this on my Facebook. Click on the Facebook. It's going to pull it up. I think I've registered. And then you just say something. Again, just type in summer fun around the corner. Time to get ready. I don't have to put a link or anything. And then I want it to go to my news feed. Always go to your news feed. That's why you don't put a link in your actual post. It will not go to your news feed if you put a link in there. And then your story, which is where all your personal friends and family see, and then post it to Facebook. And it goes to my Facebook. There you go. So now my Facebook. And then if you wanted to send it to email, if you had email addresses to people, and if you're associated with Dig, it's been a long time since I've been on that one. Let's see if I'm still registered. I might not be registered. See, I can only remember my sign in, so I can't do that one. I have to go in and look. So, but that's another way that you can use the formats that you have here. So not only did I post this in the United Kingdom, I just posted it to my Facebook and I just posted it to my Twitter, all with the click of a button. That's all you have to do. So that's how you want to get your website out there. Posting and advertising is key. Just remember that once you advertise a page, do not take it and put it in draft. Don't change your key phrase and don't change your title because you will get a broken link and they will try to find it and you can't. If you want to change a page that you've already posted to or advertised for, leave that page, copy the content into a new page and modify that. That's how you do that. Okay? Excuse me. Okay, so let's see what we have here in chat.
So when you want to share your ad, like for your Facebook and stuff, how do you do that? You have to register that or?
Excuse me. Yeah, if you have your Facebook already programmed on your computer, then it will automatically link to it. If
Oh,
not,
okay,
yeah, if
okay,
not, when you click on Facebook, it'll tell you to sign in.
okay. No, I've already got it. Okay.
Same thing with your Twitter, your email. Like I said, I have this account and I have this one, but it's on my old computer and I haven't set it up for my new computer. So I can't remember what my passwords and stuff is. I have to pull it out of my old computer. But once I do that and set it up, that's like it said with Dig. So it's telling me to sign in to my Dig account. And once I do that, then it will automatically send this just like it did Facebook and Twitter.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah. So if you have these accounts, go ahead. If you don't have them, register for them and start using them, as your platforms to market with, and build up a clientele just like you did with your Facebook and Twitter. They're all free, and they're just another means for you to be able to advertise. This one is a share. And so you can share it with friends, and you can just click on the different programs. I'm on that one too. And it's asking me to log in. Again, I can't remember my login. And what this does is if you just hit share, Pinterest, you can share this on Pinterest. Google Plus is no longer available. I don't know why they still don't, why they have that on there. You can send it to your LinkedIn. So I can actually go to my LinkedIn. I think I'm logged in here on my LinkedIn. Let me see. And what it's going to do, see, there it is, my beach trip. And I can send this as a post on my LinkedIn account and tell it what do I want to talk about. All right, do the same thing. Summer fun, summer. And since this is a work-related site, you always want to give them some incentive, relax, have some fun, de-stress. Time for vacation. Okay, get my spelling reservations with this free app. And there you go. I don't have to put a link. It's already there. And then if you want to, you can put hashtags, add a hashtag. Travel, summer, hashtag vacation, and not holiday. Did I put, let's do vacation. All right, hashtags. So now anybody that types in a hashtag, my link will pull up and hit post. So there it went to my LinkedIn. And then if I want to share it again, it's going to ask me Tumblr. Do I remember what my Tumblr email is account? Let's see. I can't remember what it is. It's going to ask me to. All right, so I'm already in Tumblr. So that posted my whole thing. Add a caption if you like. Not register. There you go. And post to Tumblr. So in 10 minutes, I've posted, what is my website? What is, there we go. Is that it? I think that's it. Enter title. And post. So there you go, posted on Tumblr. So in 10 minutes, I posted 4 sites and did 4 or 5, I don't even know how many. And there again, all from one place. So I went to my Facebook, my Twitter, I went to my LinkedIn, I went to my whatever that other one was. So all those places from just this one ad, and this same ad went to those several different places. So if 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 you're on those different platforms, then this is one place you can do it. And same thing, if I posted my other ad, post another ad, do the same thing. From this one site, I went to Facebook, but you don't want to go to Facebook again, but you can go to Twitter. Twitter, you can tweet, I think it up to 10 tweets in a day. So you want to do that one about every 5 or 10 minutes. Facebook, you only want to do an advertising tweet about twice a day. The rest of it should be personal. These other places are just basic social media. They don't have Instagram on here. Instagram's very picky. You can only do that one from your phone unless you have, a program where you have a platform that you can post it on your phone, on your computer, and then you actually have to physically go to your Instagram account and actually release it. So there's several different platforms out there like that.
Sheila,
Yes.
so when you're in this view right here, you go into your classifiedads.com. Does those share your ad icons automatically come up?
Yep. Anything that's here that fits in their platform will show up. So if one of my pictures doesn't fit their platform, they won't show it. But
Okay, so all of the, because I'm not aware of some of these little icons.
Yeah. So these are all social media platforms. And you can actually go into Google and type in social media platforms or social media outlets, and it'll show you a list of all the different social medias out there besides Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, which everybody is aware of. LinkedIn is a business social media platform, and most of just about everybody that's on LinkedIn is a business professional or a business owner. So you have to cater to them a little differently. You don't just want to be, and they're expecting, because that's where they advertise their businesses. That's where they promote their or talk about their employees, promote their employees, give them a pat on the back. They list jobs on there. And they actually have a platform where you can actually post a blog page. So you can actually go in there and write a whole blog on there and post it. And everybody that's on LinkedIn will be able to have access to it. I've actually posted things on there. You see people on there all the time posting about Bitcoin on LinkedIn. So if you don't have a LinkedIn account, I highly suggest you get one. Make sure you fill out the profile as accurate as possible, because that will determine who you will be able to connect with as far as business. And then when you post on LinkedIn, make it very professional. You want it to sound like you are a business person, because that's what you cater to. A lot of my wine that I like, the one I'm getting ready to write about, the real estate, it's going to be catering to the real estate people on how they can get more people. And I'm going to be linking my Response Magic in there for lead generations. I'm going to be linking my wine, my flowers from CJ, for them to give to their potential clients or their clients that have purchased from them. So that they can have gifts to give them, different things like that. So I'm going to look at it from that point of view. So when you go to post on LinkedIn, that's how you need to look at it, is you're looking at potential clients, not just the average individual shopper. Okay.
Okay. I have the LinkedIn app or profile, but I didn't know about these other ones like the I see a couple other ones up there, but anyways, I'll look that up.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So that's all I have today. As far as making sure, like I said, that everybody is not only, getting your sites up and running, that you have at least 7 to 10 personal sites that you need to, write as well. They don't all have to be links. And then once you get those pages done, especially your anchor offers, you need to get to advertising, and you need at least a minimum of 10 advertising sites. Don't just depend on the classifieds for free and the business for free because they're so easy. Use these other marketing sites. And then if they have options like this one, that's just more free advertising that you can do without actually having to rewrite an ad. They will post your ad that you wrote in their classifieds to your social media outlets. And then from there, they just click on the link and it brings them straight to your classifiedads.com and your ad. So not only will Google see that, they will see that you are getting one, traffic from social media, two, you're getting traffic to an ad site, and that ad site is getting traffic to your website. So you're getting 3 hits from 3 different individual sources that's coming to your website. Google loves that. They see that as traffic, that you have eyes on your system. And advertisers like to see that you have multiple outlets that you can get your website to. And the more outlets that you have, the better chances you are of getting more ads or more affiliates from places like CJ that, you know, have all these big name brand companies. They want to see that you are getting out there and that you have people coming to your website from various locations. They like to see how many clicks you have. They like to see how many impressions you have. And the more impressions you have, that means that your site's being seen, then they know it's getting in front of eyes. You have a better chance of getting approval from these harder and bigger companies, especially on CJ. All right, no problem. So that's all I have. I'm going to open this up to, is anybody have any questions or anything in specific that you want me to go over pertaining to your website?
Sheila, hi, it's Constance. Hi, your voice sounds okay.
It's there. I just had to take a drink for a minute, but I'll be all right.
Okay. Okay. I even wrote on chat. Like, you're doing all of this, you know, for your templates, but my question, I guess, is how do you know it's still valid? How do you know that the wording is, I'm going to use truthful because, you know, the wording can change, the product can change. I guess that's kind of what I always, am I saying this right? Am I having the dates right? Is the product the same? Has the product changed? Is it, I'll shut up now. I think you get the idea.
Yeah, see, and that's why we advertise to our webpage, okay? Because our title or our description is based on the content of our webpage. It's never based on the content of our product. So if our webpage is advertising vacation, you want it to be very general. That's why you don't mention Valentis in your ads. You don't mention Valentis in your title. You don't, number one, if you go and read through your contract, especially with every affiliate, those are copyrighted names. So you can't use it in your title. Only they can. That's their name. You can use
Right.
it in your advertising, which I don't suggest, because then they can just go and say, oh, Valentis, what is this? And then type in Valentis in another tab, and boom, you've lost yourself, because now they're going to go to Valentis instead of reading your blog page. So always make your descriptions very general, not vague, general. Let them know what you're going to be talking about. Let them know what's going to be, you know, what's in your page. Your page will change based on your offer. That's why your website is complete but never finished, because you always want to go back and look and say, is my offer valid? If you're on CJ, CJ will let you know when an ad becomes deactivated. You'll get an email, this affiliate is deactivated. Don't automatically go in and change your links, because I promise you it will come back up. When they come in and send you an email from the actual vendor or affiliate saying that we are no longer going to be marketing with CJ and you have X amount of time to remove your link, that's when you go in and change your link. Whoever's got the TV or whatever, can mute yourself. You know, that's what you want. That's when you go in and you change your links in your page. You never take your page down. So that's why when you see me write a template, it's very general. It's based on what I wrote about. They're vacationing, they're having fun, they're, you know, going to see different sites and things like that. And then when they go to my page, they can read about the summer fun. They can read about vacations. Now, I might go back in later and update some links if I get that hey, this isn't here or this isn't going or whatever. But my template's not going to change because it's in a general description of what my page is about. I never put a name, I never put a product name in any of my description because I never know if that's going to be the product next year. But I know this is going to be the same because I'm still going to be talking about adult time. I'm still going to be talking about vacation, beach. This isn't changing. This isn't changing, but my content in it might change, but it's still going to be related around here. Is that what you're trying to say?
I just think it's difficult, and I guess until you get into the rhythm, it's so hard to
Yeah.
have the template that's going to be generic, that isn't generic, don't say a name, link it back to your page, make sure I'm sorry, I'm just like,
Everything should go back to your website. And if you're staying in your website, doing something
Yeah.
every day, you'll get the flow of it. And that's all it is just getting that flow. But
Okay.
that's one of the things, and I try to stress it is, and Paul alluded to it last Thursday or this past Thursday when he did his template training, is you don't want to be specific in your description to the point that where you're actually saying, go get my Sephora link or go get my Excel trip or sign up for Valentis or go to Wine Ambassador. You always want to be very general in your description, but still give them that teaser, because that's all your description is a teaser to let them know they can find this information if they visit your website and visit this particular page. They're going to find out information on vacations, or they're going to find out information on how to book a hotel room, or they're going to find out information on good wine, or find out information on Bitcoin. So that's all your description is basically giving them a teaser of what your page is going to tell them in detail.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. No problem. See you later. Gotcha. All right.
Thanks, Sheila. Bye-bye. See you next
Bye-bye.
week.
All righty.
Great class, Sheila, as always. Learned so much today. Thank you so
All
much.
right, no problem.
really.
So is everybody good? We got any more questions? I don't want to leave anybody.
I do.
Okay.
Could you go into about the free TV? That it's still unclear to me, like who's eligible inside or outside of RR 247 and
The free TV is for everybody. So right
Okay.
now you can market your tipping circle. So you can go and advertise your tipping circle. You want you to go ahead and get your people to sign up for your tipping circle. Okay.
Okay.
And the reason you want to do that is because once the free TV is released, okay,
Mm-hmm.
then they will, when they go in and register, let me see how I can get back in here. I want to get off my dashboard. Yeah, you hear my granddaughter? Now she's got me doing it. I just caught myself going la la la. I'm sorry. But when you go into tipping circle, I can't remember how to get to it. This is my dad. I shouldn't have saved it here, but here it is. Is this it? No. This it. Is this it? Reward points. No. I can't remember how to get to it, but when
I
you
know.
get,
Do you click on the reward point, Sheila? If I remember.
is that where you go to
You hover
redeem
over
and it
the
go?
reward
Yeah, there
point?
it is. Perfect. There you go.
Okay.
So when you go to the reward points and go to redeem, it has the marketplace, okay? And once the TV is available, you click on the marketplace and it will have new offers.
Okay.
And that's where they will actually have like a little thing when they log in, and it will have their free TV. And it will have their link for their free TV. And the minute they sign up for it, then you get your points for them signing up for the free TV. When they get an upgrade and say they want the premium TV, and it will it will have that in there as an offer. As soon as they upgrade to the free TV, because they signed in with your link, you automatically get that next month that they keep it. You will get that commission. I think it's 10%. So you'll get $4.90. The next month, if they still have the the premium TV, you get another $4.90. So as long as they have that premium TV, they will get it. When the next offers come, that's coming, like they're going to be doing streaming music, like Amazon Music. They're going to be doing streaming music. They're going to have phone service. I think they're going to have some more different things coming. They can come to their marketplace and they'll get, if they're signed up, just like you get notifications when people sign up for your Tipping Circle, they'll get notifications from Tipping Circle that there's a new program coming, and they can go to their marketplace, and they can go to, as soon as they go to their marketplace and download it, you get a notification, so-and-so upgraded or signed up for. And that goes again in your Tipping Circle. It gets towards your reward points for them signing up for the next program. And again, when they upgrade, you will get that commission, and it continues on and on and on. And if you have a hub, that just circles back around. The hub actually picks up on the Internet of Things, because now they're producing Bitcoin, because now they signed up with your Tipping Circle. So now they got more programming coming in through the internet that is calculating Bitcoin through your hub, whether it be virtual or physical. And then that goes into your Helium in Bitcoin. And then as that builds up, then you can cash that out, put it in your wallet, and then cash that out as it builds up into actual cash. So that's how they all work together.
The problem, I think, that
Excellent.
the one thing with Tipping Circle, and I know I've had some friends sign up, and the big concern is when they do the PayPal thing, they get a little turned off because that PayPal thing says that you're giving PayPal permission to,
Yeah. And
take
it's
money.
But that's how you get paid, though.
And I've had people say, well, I don't want to do that, but
it's in the wording, because the way
Yeah.
PayPal is wording it is like they're going to be
Yeah.
charged
yeah.
for using PayPal, and it's not. All it is PayPal is saying that you are now giving us access to get information from Tipping Circle to bring into your PayPal account.
Right.
And PayPal doesn't have it worded, because they're wording it to where it sounds like they're going to charge people, and they're not.
Right.
PayPal's a free
Right.
service.
That's
Unless you convert money,
exactly right.
then yeah. So it's in the wording. So you just need to let them know that you're going to have this wording. It doesn't mean what it says. It's just saying that they are giving them permission to get information from Tipping Circle to process into their PayPal account.
I
But
wish they
PayPal,
reworded
yeah,
it, though.
but
People
PayPal
are
has
clicking
it worded.
No,
Yeah.
if you click on no, and then it won't go through.
It won't go through. Yeah, you have, and it's just let them know in advance that PayPal's going to have it worded weird. They are not getting charged for anything. They're just giving PayPal access to accept information from Tipping Circle. Okay.
Sheila, do most of these TVs have to be smart TVs for
If
the
they have
streaming?
if they have a smart TV, that's fine. It works better. If you have
Okay.
Alexa that you can internet a web browser, or if you have Roku that allows you to access a web browser through Roku, or if you go through like a
Okay.
PlayStation 4 that you can
Okay.
can access an internet browser, you can use it that way. Anything that can
Excellent.
access an
Thank you.
internet browser through, you can use it on your TV. And then if you don't, you can actually buy an HDMI cable that hooks to the back of your TV and plug
TV.
straight into your computer, and watch it
Wonderful.
from your computer to your
So
TV.
everybody's covered pretty much.
Yes,
Yeah.
pretty. The only one is, and then I don't even think they have the old analog TVs anymore. So if you have any kind of upgraded TV that has an
Right.
HDMI cable in the back, you're good.
Yeah.
You can use it.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, great. Great.
And it's great. I've been watching it on TV, on my computer and on my phone, and just about all the channels so far that I pay for DirecTV through or through Amazon, I'm getting them on here. The
You're
only thing,
kidding. Isn't that great?
no, there's a few
Wow.
that we don't have so far, but for the most part, just about everything I'm paying for, like Boomerang that I'm paying through Amazon for, it's like $5. It's on here. The NFL channel, the NFL channel that
Uh-huh.
you have to pay for through DirecTV, $139 a month. It's on here.
Oh,
Um,
my goodness. Wow.
let's see. The only thing it doesn't have is Disney Plus, which is fine. We can, if that's the only thing I have to pay for, I can pay for that. The movie channel,
Sure.
it doesn't have like the HBO and stuff like that. I don't know, that could be
Right.
coming. But like the basic channels, it still has the Home Shopping Network. It's got the Food Network. It's got um,
Hallmark or,
Hallmark's on there.
yeah,
Hallmark Family. It's got
yeah,
Nickelodeon. It's got TV Land. It's got
right.
Disney for kids. It's got Nickelodeon for kids, and it has ABC, NBC, CBS. So I don't know if it's just general or if they're trying to fix it to where it's local for your area for those channels. But
Mm-hmm.
right now it's just
What
the
what
general.
about the sports channel?
It
Which
has ESPN,
sports pack?
ESPN2. It has the NFL network. It has one that it's got like a baseball icon. I haven't looked at that yet to see what's actually on it, but it does have sports channels on there. I got to see if it's got NASCAR, so I'll be looking at it tomorrow to see if I can find the race.
Mm.
Is there's not a place where we could look at it right now, is there?
No, not right now. The team lead, we're still
Okay.
processing it to make sure we have to report any glitches. Because right now my TV's not hooking up to it, but everything else
Okay.
is. So I got to figure out why it's not hooking to it. It could be that I got too much running through it, or it's messing with my Alexa, because it is a smart TV and it can go through a program all by itself. So I'm
Mm.
going to unplug my Alexa and see if I can get it go through there, because it might be interfering, because there's two different platforms on it. So, but
Do you
I
know
got it running.
anything about if it has the HBO or any of that stuff, or is that something
Not yet.
different?
Yeah, those are not on there yet. So, like I said, they're not finished with it. They'll be adding channels as they
Uh-huh.
get permission to put them on there. But I got a feeling if they do get those channels, that will probably be included in the premium package.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that HBO would be on the basic.
No,
No.
but
No.
there's a
Right.
lot of stuff on that basic. There's probably a lot of people that's paying for cable now, that's paying, $150, that the basic program that's free will probably eliminate that whole bill,
Mm.
just by what I'm seeing.
And how much is the basic going to be?
$49, probably with tax, maybe 50,
Basic
51,
is
less than
free.
60. Yeah, basic's free. Premium's going to be less than $60.
That'd be good.
And I don't know what all's going to be in those yet.
Okay.
But it's going to be but right now, go ahead, you advertise, get everybody signed up, because as soon as the TV is released, it'll be in that marketplace, and all they have to do is click and download it.
Okay.
Now, Sheila, when these things come out, like the free TV, maybe it's not set up this way now, but eventually will people get emails saying, oh, free TV is now available, so they know to go to the marketplace?
Yeah, they
You know what I
will.
mean? So they know.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
As soon as
Okay.
they sign up for Tipping Circle, they'll be on the email list.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Tipping Circle, just like now when you have somebody sign up for Tipping Circle, you get an email saying so-and-so signed up, or you had
Mhm.
to sign up for Tipping Circle. It should work the same way. As soon as they get new things in the marketplace, you should get an email from Tipping Circle saying, hey, something's just been added, or this is released, check out your
Okay.
marketplace.
And do you know if they'll ever offer internet service? So
can't
we could get
tell.
our. I'm sorry?
I can't tell.
That means yes, thank you.
There's a lot of stuff coming. Just put it that way. They just have to get
Okay.
all the legal stuff down. But there's a lot of stuff coming.
Great.
They just have
I'd be happy to have phone and internet so I could get rid of
Yeah,
my
exactly.
century
They
link
just- they
bill of
just have-
$100 a month.
they just have to release it a little at a time as they get approval to do so. But this is going to be big.
I know one thing. I pay almost $600 a month just for my cable, internet, and phones.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Wow.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you. Trust me.
But mine was high.
No, yeah, I got mine and my daughter's plan. I got cable, DirecTV, and Amazon. Trust me, I'm right with. I feel you, darling.
Yeah,
How much-
that is awfully high.
How
Yeah.
much time do you have to watch all these channels?
I don't watch TV.
I don't either.
The thing of it is with the package on the TVs, the direct TV, you got to buy the certain package,
Yeah.
which half the channels you don't watch, but
watch.
in order to get the certain channel you want, you
Mhm.
got to get the whole
Get
thing.
the whole
I-
thing.
I thought they were working on that. I thought like Amazon was doing something.
Amazon, yeah, if you got Prime, Amazon Prime, or
Yeah.
you can actually download the DirecTV app and get rid of DirecTV, which is what I'm doing. And I
Say
just
that
and
one
then
more time, because I don't have TV. I go to all my Netflix or Amazon. I just don't have.
yeah, go if you have Alexa, there's actually a DirecTV app, and then you sign up
What's
for that
Alexa?
DirecTV. Alexa is the Amazon thing that you get. This Fire Stick.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I
yeah,
didn't
the
even know
Fire
about
Stick. Yeah. And I
that.
actually have the DirecTV app, and I got rid of my DirecTV dish, and now everything. And then you just pick and choose which program you want to pay for through the app.
Okay, so that would be good.
Yeah, and you don't use your dish at all. You don't use the dish boxes, nothing. You just use your app on your TV, and then you pick and choose which channels you want to get. And I think the basic DirecTV was like $39, and then you choose which apps you want to get. Or they actually have a
Okay.
package, but it's a whole lot cheaper. It's just a matter
Yeah,
of
my
trying.
my bill's high.
Oh, I know. And I was DirecTV when they first started. I think I was one of the first people on our area to get a dish put up. So, but yeah, this is going to be big. So you want to, if you haven't gone to At Home with Tanya or oneof16.com and copied their page and put it on here, on yours and modified it, or come up with your own page, do that and get your tipping circle. If you don't have a link, get with your instructor and get their link to go through them, and get signed up and get it out there. Get your friends, your family, your neighbors, tell them, hey, just sign up for this free TV. You'll be surprised what you're going to get. And we're still testing it. And as soon as everything is ready to go, the release date is supposed to be April the 13th or 15th, I think. But Rory is under the impression we might be able to release it in March. So,
Okay.
so just
I'm so sorry.
be
I
on
got
those.
cut off.
Okay, just be on those Tuesday night calls, and because that's where they're going to release everything and tell you when. Those of you that are in the wine, if you weren't on the wine call, and you're getting close to that Punta Cana trip, Roy's actually extended it through the 7th, midnight, that you have to qualify to get there. So keep going for it. I can't go. I got I'm not even trying this time because I got to be here for my daughter, with her
How's
pregnancy.
she doing?
She's good. She's just really sick.
Oh,
And-
still.
yeah,
Wow.
and now she's, because she has allergies bad, and now this allergy season, and she told me the other day she's getting dry heaves now. So I said, well, you're on the
Oh.
downside of the morning sickness.
Oh boy.
So, but she goes. April the 8th will be her 24th week, and we'll get to see another ultrasound, and they'll be able to determine the sex and everything. So
Oh,
she's debating on
beautiful.
whether or not she wants to see what the sex
Let
is
her
or
know,
just wait.
yeah.
So, but other than that, that's all I have. Is there any other questions that somebody needs clarification on, or something we didn't go over you want to go over real quick?
Well, you're in the beta testing of the TV, and how is it looking? Is it clear? Is it crisp?
Oh yeah, hold
and-
on, I'll show you.
Oh, beautiful.
Let's see, where did I put it? I put it on the personal.
So this is really it, right here?
This is it. Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's very clear on my end.
Wow.
Oh, that's not it yet. Sorry.
There it is.
That's all on basic?
This is the channel so far.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Wow.
Those are all on the basic?
As far as I know, if you have a hub, those of you that bought an
Yep.
actual hub or a virtual hub, you automatically get into the premium. Y'all know that, right?
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah.
that. I have a
So
hub.
I don't understand the hub. What do you mean by the hub?
If you don't know about the hub, get with the instructor, because that's a whole different program. But if you have a hub, I think there's only 110 left virtual. And I don't know, Rory said he didn't know if they were going to get any more after that. But if you bought a hub, either
Mhm.
virtual or an actual hub, you are automatically in with the premium program.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
I didn't know
that's
that.
awesome.
For a temporary amount of time or for good?
No, you're good.
Oh,
Hmm.
wow.
And if you get 3 people to sign up for a premium hub, it'll be free for life.
Mhm. Wow. Okay.
So
Oh,
far, these are the channels that they have, and they're adding to them every day.
I wish there
Oh,
was
look at this
another
Bravo. I
incentive.
was looking for Bravo. Great.
I don't watch TV at all, so I don't watch. I rather have
Sheila,
Terry.
And they even have,
Sheila, you
you
think
know,
the price will remain at $4.95 a hub,
yes,
as far as you know?
as far as I
Okay.
know.
Very good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a set price, and make sure you get your link from your instructor to get the right link. You don't want to go through Helium, because this is not through Helium. We're only getting the hubs. The TV is
Exactly.
strictly through the Triple R program.
Yes.
So make sure you get with your
Right.
instructor. But I mean, this is things that we watch. Kids, you know, here's your local TV, Fox News, your ESPN, your ESPN College,
Mhm.
University, Classics, FS1, CBS Sports, NFL Network. You got Fox News Channel, Bloomberg,
Mhm.
C-SPAN, Discover, History, A&E, Boomerang. My kids watch. There's Hallmark Mystery and Hallmark Channel. You got Disney, Disney Junior, Nick, True TV, Freeform. My son likes to watch Freeform.
Animal Planet.
Yeah, you got Animal, Comedy Central, Natural Geographic, Paramount. I haven't even looked at that. I'm wondering if it's all Paramount movies. That'd be awesome.
That
Um,
would be, yeah.
so I mean, you got the Food Network, the DIY Network, OWN. You know, that's Oprah Winfrey. So you got TV Land. You got your music channels. You got FX, which is things, and then you have NASA. I haven't looked at that yet. Then you have your QVC channels. You got a beauty
Thanks.
network channel. You got TLC. You got entertainment, Bravo, and like I said, there's WGN. So basic. This is better than basic.
Yeah.
You know, so, and like I said, they're adding to it every day. And the good thing about it is, say, like I want to choose a channel. Let's just see what's on Boomerang. The sound's going to be on there, so I'm sorry if the sound comes up. And you know, this is just like on TV. And if I wanted to, you know, it's got my settings. I can mark this as a favorite. I can actually set up, you know, different things. Some of the channels you can record the channel and have a playback for later. You know, so
Wow.
just different things. So, you know, it's it's got the date and the time. You can actually check your channel, you know, your
Weather.
temperature, weather, you know, and then you have your basic thing down here. Just log out. You got your email. Just I'm still
Geez.
having playing with it. So
Oh, it's fabulous.
but this is, you know, like I said, they're still working on it. They're still adding stuff to it. But
Right.
so far I don't see any issues with it. So
Do they have Nesson? Because that gets baseball.
I don't know. I didn't see that.
I didn't either.
But like I said, they're constantly adding. They just have to wait
Okay.
until they get approval for things. And I don't know what all they've asked for.